one married a girl from somewhere. The little Texas woman, the other one, little black fellow went over there, was doing security over at As-Sabiqun and doing.
Yeah, I forget about him.
Yeah. And they all mad at me. For what? We had to secure you. I said, I told everybody it was a joke. The brothers were saying, because remember what's his name was doing martial arts and they see how kind of condition you're in. So the brother said, well, we're supposed to do security for Imam Musa, but if anything happens, we'll all get behind Imam Musa. It was a joke, right? Tell him it was a joke. Now, actually, technically it was real, but they up and leave. And they go around all and sit around in all the centers, Dar Hijra everywhere, as though blaming on we done something to them. And then have that fool, what's her name, so-called, do something, pedophilia, and have it all on the news and come over here like he went here. You remember I told the news people, I said, no, man. Well, ain't giving you no nothing. So they don't, you can't have no food, do nothing in y'all system, and you're gonna say this is your nigga, he ain't nothing. Okay, and then you have Oakland, and you have San Diego, you have Sacramento, you have all, can you imagine? And front page American government. And we don't have a scratch on us. It's got to be from Allah. That's all it could be. We don't expect them, since they don't believe in God, they don't believe in something in a minute, because they know that they in front of the world right now today. You know them baboons that got a big red behind? That's what they are. They walking around with their butts sticking up in there, a big shiny red behind. The whole crew. But see, that has never happened. Martin Luther King had a few government enemies. Malcolm had a few visible enemies, but nobody had the whole section. And the government had not solidified that everybody, the Sirajas, the speakers, the immigrants, the this, that, and other. In those days, everybody was not the police. Some of the people was really movement people. But you give them 25, 30, 40 years to kill off all the movement, and then they supplant. Why do you think that with all the Muslims, what we got, Bear, Dare, Care, everybody, and they don't do nothing? And why nobody will even speak to us? I mean, can you imagine? If an imam cough, Care will have him in the thing. They can pull guns on us. They can invade the masjid. They can brutalize the imam. They can hold you up in South Africa. And I got not only when they hold me up, they give me the, what's the daily schedule? Like the whole itinerary of everybody working there, because they write the notes on that and give it to me. I said, thank you. I said, y'all gotta be doing this on purpose, because if I got everybody's name ready, I don't even have to be a lawyer. I can do it myself. What does they say? Nothing. Can you imagine? They cough at somebody say Allahu Akbar, Bismillah on a plane, they hold him up, talk to him, and they got him in Care News.
When we told them to take that sign, Black Lives Matter,
Right.
the sign got taken down, and we ain't never heard them mention nothing else about Black Lives Matter.
No, Black Lives Matter. I think the last or the second last time we was over there, how many Suburbans came by and they would drive by and look right at us? It had to be 10, right?
I thought it was a dealership.
It was a day. Right. What do you got? But they all, ain't nobody looking the other way playing like we're here. And it's hilarious. Can you imagine? Now, you have to think about it though. Look how much soulless that is. Maybe it might scare other people, but it makes us happy. Why? Because they playing the game the way we want them to play it. Suppose, okay, everybody leave, we turn the camera off, and then they start acting funny. That's the way they used to do. So everything I know, I've been knowing it, decade after decade. But we had to get it to the surface. That's where design fitna, that's where delay come in. Mukhtar and them attack us, and they want us to respond. And we delay. They attack again. And we delay. Now we're going out there to do whatever we do. We're going to do a good job. I didn't even talk about what I was going to talk about. It's just getting long. See, everybody's retreated from the battlefield. We say it every week. Imam Jamil is sitting there in prison. All the brothers, this is an old picture here. This is probably 10 years old. But you could see the puffiness around his face. See, if you did a lot of time, there's a torture method. You know what that torture method is? Put a person in a white cell and just leave them there. Guess what happens? You lose weight around your neck. What happens? They put us in here, it's all right. You know why? There's a green carpet, white ceiling, great background, there's some blue chairs. So our eyes, when we move across the room, our eyes is focusing and refocusing. But what if everything is the same shade of white? There's no movement. There's no adjusting. That's psychological warfare. That is modern, but it's deadly. And they've done it to our people before. What they were doing, he looks like he's been that. Just don't look like you're not looking at him. Look at his face closely. And look at his arms, the way they're not exercised. You see what I mean? And look at the cage. See, the cage is one of those new cages. See, the law says you got to have so much sunshine per week, right? Look at the cage. The cage is smaller than they're giving him his sunshine. According to the law, he's getting sunshine. Do you see how mean this is who we fight? We fighting a mean. Why do you think I'm so thankful and grateful? I mean, if I had to do that, it would be easier on me than it is on Imam Jamil, because I grew up doing, it would be the same as what we do now. I grew up in the hole. I grew up, So when you grow up, you develop certain immunities. When we was in Africa, every African American, from Boston, everywhere else, got amoebas. All the brothers did. I'm the only one that didn't get nothing. You know why? Because we lived on the bayou in Arkansas. In the bayou, they got alligators. In the bayou, it's like Louisiana. They got all them flies and all. Your body, and we all barefooted, so you are part of that environment. The water that you drink comes out of the ground, out of the bayou and everywhere, right? So your body develops immunities to that. So when you go overseas to the tropics, everybody gets sick, but you. All, ain't nobody didn't get sick, but me. Because I got an iron constitution, no. I lived in that environment when I was a kid. I was 6 years old when I left. if you live through that, you already got, that's no, your body gonna have immunity, you're gonna be dead, right? Everybody else was from Boston. They had big, long naturals and stuff, but they grew up in the city. They never. Okay. If they put me in this, I wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't be. You know what I mean? I already know my push-ups that I would do. I already know what routine I would get. They don't have to let me out for 1 hour a day. They don't have to, because I know how to do it. Because I grew up doing it, and you develop a natural immunity. Imam Jamil does not like prison. I don't like it either. But I do stuff today all the time because they'll take me to jail. I almost try to make them. But I ain't gonna be there no time. I know I'm gonna be there a day. It was 2-3 days in jail. Or they gonna kind of whoop you up. When Sister Bahia and the big-headed woman had the police come around there, when they called me, I knew where I was going. I set up my affairs and I went around there and they took me to jail. I knew what was happening before. Here's the point. Allah prepare you for the fight. You gotta fight. Now, it's our job to help everybody else that have not had the benefit of all of this time and all of this experience. And over a long period of time, the people are coming our way. If you look at the news, or you look at anything, some of the brothers, man, the Iranians and the Shia brothers backed up on us. It's okay. I didn't do what I did. I gave them 100% honesty, no fitna, no nothing. Not only that, I was happy to do it. I knew that was my job to do that. They might have been working on a career, doing little paperwork, demonstrations, so when they go back home, they can get in the foreign ministry, or if they get lucky, if the white man will tell them to stay here, we'll give you a job, you can work for us in the FBI, which many of them did. When it talks about contentment, this job is fully contentment. We told them what our position was. We support, during the time of Imam, al-Faqih. After that, we support the Rahbar and the elected officials. Wherever they do or wherever they go, that's their business. We play with them too. Last month, it's 3 months ago. Oh, remember I was in here and I just talked so nice about foreign ministry, how this is the best in the world for what they do. The next day, here come homeboy with a package. The next day, coming here with a package. I said, thank you. And the next time I gave a talk on Iran, I said, well, them guys are dummies and da-da-da-da-da. And we had no visitors since. Just to let them know, I was playing with y'all. I wanted to see, had y'all come around? You come around, man, you come around. You can do what you want. God got they behind locked in place. The reason I don't worry about Iran anymore, because God showed you the signs. Look, the stooges, the foreign ministry. When I was in Iran, brothers would call me, you don't have to stay over there. I said, that's okay. I gave a lecture here in 2014. I don't care what the play is. I want them to make the play. I don't care what play they run. I said, run the play. Then I said, they ran the play. I don't care. Okay? So I didn't put them on notice till recently. But all the stuff that people judge, they're gonna make a mistake unless they go in the Quran, Sunnah, and history. About us, they still making mistakes. They're trying to find out why are they doing this, that, and another. Why don't they accept this? Why don't they accept that? And we tell them, why do they know certain things I know they shouldn't know? I don't have to know nothing about you except what's your characteristics. You're an okay. You al-Zalim, Fasiqeen, Mushrifun. Then I already see who you are. The Quran and describe, you can't describe, the Quran you can't get no better description than that. So I know what you guys are saying. I know the niggas was here, they all over there, they hang out, they have dinner together, they just with their jaws hanging all out. Because that's what they are. This is insanity. Well, anyway. So, I'm going to really finally try to leave this alone. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, delay comes from Allah, haste comes from the devil. If you act quickly, you will be practicing the response that they want. You'll be what they call reactionary. They do something and you react to it. Therefore, they control you. We delay they behind as long as we want. As far as I might say, I don't know it's except from the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Delay and everything is good except actions of the hereafter. The last hadith, Jabir radiallahu anhu reported the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, war is deception. Black people cannot deal, nobody, the human being cannot deal with the government because individuals cannot fight a government. They say you can't fight City Hall. That means one person cannot fight the whole apparatus in the city. They can affect your job, they can take your kids out of school, they can make your aunt go crazy, they can do all of that, right? So, systems fight other systems. So, we don't have a system fighting them, so what do we have? We have sabr and we have delay. And with those two characteristics, adding design fitna on there, and As-Sabiqun wa nafsul iman, we've been able to manipulate the government and all the helpers right where we want them publicly. That's good. And when we do it, they want a rematch. We said no rematch. When we tell you what we've done, you think we're going to do the same thing again? When we tell you, you don't know how much money we have. You don't. The fool don't know because he don't know how much I did on the side down there. He don't know. Because he was practicing 24/7, but technically it might have been 22/7. And everybody wasn't the police. Now, all the main players was. What about the other players? I knew how they was watching because I go to the gym, so I would know. I would check the people at the gym. Hey, you work 5 a.m. Want to make a few extra thousand a week? No, it's a pilot. So in the gym, all the people who kind of go out there, they're pilots, and you meet stewardesses and everything. So you keep knocking on the door, somebody's going to answer something. Somebody's going to answer. Yeah. And I know what that program is because I just happened to take a taekwondo class. And after a couple of, maybe I knew a little bit about fighting and I'm talking about shape. All I did was go to the hills, the mountains in the morning, come back to the dojo, then go to the gym. Sometimes I go to the gym 2 times a day because all I did was smuggle cocaine and physical fitness. So I started getting good. Somebody told the brother that run, the Korean brother, to take me out of the class because I was getting too good and I was making too many friends and everybody saw the progress. So that means pretty soon the whole class would be relating to me. So he said, no, we want to put you in a special class. And me and 2 other guys. So who would they be? Right? Who would they be? I have no sense to know what's going on. So we play around with everybody until we test, and test, and we know what they think about you. You know, like they make all the little snitches seem like they're smart and they're playboys and everything. So, you know, in every crew there's different girls and what have you. So this one girl, I tell what's her name, hey, what's happening with so-and-so? She has a nose that's been hit with a hatchet. She looks like they're Spanish. She's more Indian. And she's the lower quality status. Maybe that's what I like. I said, that's the healthiest girl I've seen in Colombia. What are you talking about? Fine, too, for me. I don't care what they like white girls. All of them got rubies and blondes. And they had, you know what the biggest question in South America to the dope dealers? Can you get us a rubia, a blonde? I said, of course, I got white girls. White girls. That only got to be just blonde, just rubia. They don't have to be nothing else. And they think along those lines. They're physical. I had a little tender, pretty girl, mulatto, whatever they call them down there in New Orleans. She was from New Orleans. Mm-hmm. You know them
mulatto,
curly hair. Well, she Creole is what they was calling them. Man. When I went to Algeria with her, you know all that. Hey man, you really, you know, like you dark. That is good for you. I'm saying, boy, these people are stupid. They're stupid, you know what I mean? Like, suppose out of this drug and all the Peckerwood girls, the Peckerwood girls then believed in that, I don't know if y'all ever saw that poster with King Kong, or a big gorilla, and the white girl is in the gorilla's arms, laid all back, happy as she could be. That's the way them white girls was. In Denmark, I'm gonna get back to the subject. We was over Baby Doll's house. Baby Doll, around that time. The white girls knew more about niggas than niggas did. I remember the Negroes came up from Germany. On weekend passes, they got up there. Then, that was when, it's not like Denmark. Denmark then was like Sweden And Denmark used to be very liberal, very Scandinavian. They loved black people. If you didn't want to go to the Vietnam War, you could go to Sweden especially. And the girls loved niggas. They would be like you waiting outside for a pretty girl to walk by and snatch her up. They waited at the train station for niggas to snatch them up. That's how much they like niggas. So we over Baby Doll's house. Of course, we listened to Bessie Smith, which not a single Negro of that era knew who Bessie Smith was. One of the famous records on that was Baby Doll. What you think the white girl's name is? Baby Doll. But this stuff is psychic too, so I'll look at the pretty white girl sitting right here. You know what she has? A stuffed monkey. Just stroking that monkey. So I'm getting my butt out of here. These people are super, you know, like niggas that love white people so much, they'll just, and these are white folks that just, I said, I'm getting out of here. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big old dark nigga too. Good God Almighty. No, the first white girl I run into, she told me, she says, went to the Club 6, big club, I just got there. So she told me the next day, I won a bet. I said, what bet was that? I bet, you know, the girl next to me, I bet her that I could catch you. I said, well, good. I'm glad you caught me. I mean, wasn't that lonely or nothing, but I'm not against white girls, blondes, Scandinavians, niggas jumping, running away from the army. They go up there for a weekend visit and never go back. But you know who's going to be up there? The police, the federal police, because too many niggas going up there. And you know what the next thing they going to do? They going to make the people in Denmark hate niggas. So guess what? They had a nigga called Monkey Man. Monkey Man, they named the nigga right. He's supposed to be pimping. White girls, he gets on TV, said, Danish men is punks, and I'm up here, we up here to pimp white girls and all that. So guess what the white people began to think? We don't like niggas too much anymore, right? They did it in Africa, everywhere. They did it in Algeria. Everywhere we went, they sent people around to make people hate us. That's why the white boys said on the news, the thing you showed me today, they're not with us. That's what we say. We didn't get a chance in those days. But see, we got our chance now. We said them niggas kissing y'all behind, they ain't with us, they ain't with no Islam. Them Daesh Negroes here in America that can pull guns on, can you imagine? I remember what you read in the paper. They can pull guns on you, they can do anything they want. It's no big deal. And nobody cares, right? Think about it. Care, don't care?
Isn't
Isn't
ignorant?
We stand out in front of Islam for 2-3 years saying this is what the white man do. We don't care, we love him. Right? If it was one of them, they would whisper, you need a little help. And the people who used to be friends with those other people, when they look at you, they like, I'm uncomfortable just looking at you.
That's right.
Damn, what are they? Hey man, what do they do to the people? Here we are, happy as a lark. I'm not going to talk about anything else because the opening has taken over hours. So, but I'm going to take this and put it. We'll have 3 DVDs. So as soon as y'all can fix this one up, if I can get it any time by Tuesday, the one the other day, and this one. See, I just bought 2 new DVD duplicators, and we can load up and we'll put 3 DVDs in each little sleeve. But we won't just hand them out to anybody. We'll see who looks like they're not on a point.
That's consciousness.
A little consciousness. We'll give out a few. That's all. But anyway, in wrapping this up, everything works out for our way. This picture right here, I got a big giant picture they made. And so when we go give lectures somewhere, we show this picture. Just like we show this picture. Okay, now, this was the latest one, and it's a wonderful title. I can read part of it. al-Faqih, East, something or other. There's a protection against, if you read Arabic, you know this is fitna. Although this is fitna. Ta-na. So we're saying that the system of al-Faqih is a protection against a global fitna. Okay. They put this in there. Now, they brought me the newspaper, and I tried to get some more to bring them back, but I only got one newspaper. Maybe they just printed one, because these boys is pretty big. But some people say they picked it up. Therefore, this is to tell all their friends, abdul-alim Musa is not one of us. He's for him. That's supposed to be bad. It ain't bad. It's good. Because all the security forces, the military, all the brothers, the ones they call the principalists, all we call line of Imam, everybody know where Imam Musa stands. And now they see and they listen. Look here, don't take the 1 or 2 of the brothers to log in and hear what we've been saying about Iran. They know we support the Islamic Republic. They know that all of our problems in America is based on our support for the Islamic Republic and being against Saudi Arabia. Their main enemy. They have said themselves in the big offices here, Imam Musa, if he wanted to be rich, all he had to do was go with the Saudis. That's what they said. They said that. Everybody knows.